Hi guys, welcome to Happy High Tarot. In today's pickacard reading, we will find out why did you meet the person on your mind? What was Spirit trying to teach you through it? What was the lesson in it for you? And so on. If you would like to book a personal reading with me, you can contact me on happyhightarot@gmail.com. You will find all the details in the description box below. So, for group number 1, we have the amethyst. For group number 2, we have this black stone with white stripes. And for group number 3, we have this white stone. You will find the timestamps in the description box as well as in the comment section. So pause the video, meditate on the piles, pick whichever one calls out to you the most, and let's get right into it. Hello group number 1. So for those of you who chose the amethyst, let's see why did you meet the person on your mind. So from the tarot cards we have King of Cups, the Hanged Man in reverse, Knight of Swords, Seven of Swords, Ten of Cups in reverse, Page of Swords, Ten of Wands, Six of Swords, and Three of Swords. Group number 1, this was a very difficult connection. You guys have been through a lot. For a lot of you, this person cheated on you. Just like this, all the happiness it felt like was cut out from your life. That's how badly hurt you were. This was someone who initially, it was so good, they promised you the world and things like that, and then the next thing you know, they're gone. For some of you, it was for no rhyme or reason, and for others of you, as you can see just how sneaky this rat looks, it's because you guys got cheated on. Most of you are still hurting with the Three of Swords over here, and others of you are in the process of moving on from this whole thing, forgetting it, forgiving them. Of course, I wouldn't say that you can ever necessarily forget it, but forgiving them and moving on, yes, that's what a lot of you are working on at the moment. This could have been a water sign, Cancer, Pisces, Scorpio. Like I said, very good at wordplay, very good with the way they were treating you, but it was a mask that they were wearing. Underneath it, all that time, they were nothing but a very cunning and sneaky person. So why did this person come into your life? What was in it for you? Why did you meet them? Here's the thing, group number 1. You know how sometimes when you must have seen when people lose someone because of death, especially a parent, they tend to grow up, those people, they tend to grow up overnight. Overnight, they become very mature. Well, this is what this connection did for you. You used to be someone very naive and very happy and looking at the world through rose-tinted glasses and believing that just because you're a very good person, everybody else around you is very good as well. I wouldn't say that you were immature, but you definitely weren't mature enough to face the world, the stark reality of the world. And that is what this connection did for you. This connection, in its essence, got you ready to face the world on your own. So basically, this is what made you grow up overnight. Very sudden transformation. occurred in your personality. You were somebody who used to go with the flow, take time out whenever they felt necessary, had no care in the world. But this connection and whatever you had to face because of it, whatever you went through because of it, and as I can see clearly, mostly it was just horrible things that came your way through this connection. It taught you to snap out of that hibernation mode, to stand up, wake up actually, and recognize and ask yourself, where are you going? What is it that you're doing? What do you want from your life? You can't just always continue in a relationship that perhaps started in high school and things were going well and you did not have any care in the world, to such an extent where you stopped thinking about your future altogether, and then suddenly that person left, they cheated on you, and that is when you woke up and you were like, wait, I have a life of my own. What do I want? What are my dreams? What are my aspirations? Why am I here? And now, see, once this relationship ended, that was when the breakthrough occurred for you. 10 of Cups in reverse to the Page of Swords. And I just saw 555. So 5 is a number of change. So definitely a major change took place in your personality, in your nature, in your outlook towards life because of this connection. Now you're all about your work. You know what you want. You're very, very determined with the Knight of Swords. Now, in fact, things might be such that your loved ones, your friends or your family members might have to beg you to actually stay home once in a while or not work even on the weekends and things like that. But you have absolutely no chill with the 10 of Wands over here. You're all about your work. You're all about your career. You're all about finding that happiness within, basically. No longer are you relying on anybody else to provide for you. You have taken the reins of your life into your own hands. This is, of course, one of the mechanisms with which you are overcoming this trauma of the past and moving out of that heartbreak and that sadness. You're also realizing now, because of this connection, because of this person, that you shouldn't judge a book by its cover. People aren't always as good as they pretend to be. You mustn't blindly trust anybody. Not to say that you have to be an extremely doubting partner, who's always checking their partner's phone and things like that. That's not what I mean. But let's just say that you're not naive anymore. You're a very now you're a very, very determined individual, very headstrong, somebody whose opinions cannot be influenced by anybody else, somebody who, wouldn't even ask for anybody's opinions. They know what they want and they'll just go for it. And there's a lot of speed associated with the things that you do as well with the Knight of Swords and the Page of Swords. Once you know what you want, once you set your goals, you just go for it then. 10 of Wands to the 6 of Swords also tells me that although you are burdened with work at the moment, you don't mind that. You don't mind working your ass off. You don't mind all the responsibilities that are in it for you. You're liking it. You actually are loving the work that you're doing right now. Why? Because simultaneously it is instilling you with lots and lots of self-confidence. You're making your own money, you're taking your own decisions, you have a clear goal, you know what you want. Nobody can, sugarcoat things and present them to you and try to win you over and things like that and sweet talk you into doing whatever it is that they want to. You might have been somebody like that in the past. There was a lot of naiveness in who you used to be when you met this person. Like I said, they with the King of Cups over there, you thought that they were perfect. You believed everything that they told you. You followed all their viewpoints. In fact, for some of you, I would even so much as go ahead and say that you did not have any opinion of your own. You were always living your life based upon what other people told you or other people asked you to do. Especially this person. Although they're the King of Cups, but with that Seven of Swords, I would say that this was somebody who actually used to use their emotions to manipulate you. And now that you've learned your lesson, although in a very hard way, very, very heavy energies over here, group number 1. So, of course, you are hurting a lot and you've been through a lot. But you know better than to take anybody for their face value now. Alright, now let's take a look at your oracle cards, group number 1. So the first one is communication is key, and the second one is prosperity lies ahead. You or this person also might be a Gemini or a Taurus. What these cards over here indicate is that another lesson, one key lesson that this connection has taught you is to speak up for yourself. Something which you didn't do earlier with the Hangman in reverse. You just went with the flow. Today somebody's asked you to do something, you'll do it. Tomorrow somebody else is asking you to do something else, you'll do that. Like I said, no sense of direction of your own. But that has changed now. Like this imagery over here, this bull over here, you're very much in your power at the moment. Your only focus right now is your career, making your money, getting all that wealth. Because you know damn well that you deserve it and that you have what it takes to get whatever it is that you want. You learned it the hard way, yes, but at least you did. So basically, this was the reason why this person was sent into your life. Alright, group number 1. So these are all the messages that I have for you at the moment. I upload new videos every day. Would highly appreciate if you could check them out. If you like this video, do give it a thumbs up and let me know down in the comment section below. And if you're new to my channel, please don't forget to subscribe. I'll see you next time. Bye. So group number 2. So for those of you who chose the black stone, let's see, why did you meet the person on your mind? So from the tarot cards, we have Death, Page of Pentacles, the Tower, King of Swords, Ten of Wands, the Devil, the Chariot, Three of Swords, and Six of Wands. This person might have been a Scorpio, a Gemini, Libra, or an Aquarius, also Taurus, regardless, or a Cancer as well. This connection, group number 2, regardless of whether you both are still together, in contact with each other or not, this connection shook your very foundations to the core and transformed you from a page to a king with that tower in between. This connection taught you from the energy of, how may I help you, to this is what I want you to do for me. So from taking orders to giving orders, from listening to other people to actually getting people to listen to you for once. That kind of a shift is what took place for you. For a lot of you, this connection inspired to actually speak up for yourself. Because with the Page of Pentacles over here, you seem to be someone who's very creative and full of ideas, especially regarding your career or your business. In the past, you might have lacked the nerve to actually share those ideas with the world, but this connection taught you better. This person whom you're thinking about at the moment might have been someone like that, somebody who always spoke their mind, called a spade, and looking at them, being with them, inspired you to do the same. For a lot of you, this connection has ended with the Three of Swords over here. For others of you, it is still going strong. There was some toxicity in this connection. With the King of Swords to the Devil, this was somebody, the person on your mind, who always liked to be in charge. Somebody who did not like people going against them. They always wanted to stay in power, very power hungry. But ever since you guys broke it off or went your own ways, this actually inspired you to get into some of that energy, minus the devil. So what that basically means is that you have stepped into your power, but that's not your fuel, unlike the person on your mind who thrived on it literally. This suffering was necessary for your success. Three of Swords to the Six of Wands. Now, with the King of Swords to the Chariot, you're very determined, very clear about your goals. You've learned to speak up for yourself. Speaking is very essential. That's like the crux of the lesson over here. Be bold and be brave and speak up, regardless of what other people will think or say. A lot of you also had the fear of being judged, which is why you couldn't really see a way to express all those ideas of yours, because you were scared that you will not be meted with the kind of response that you would hope for. But once you went through all this, and this Tower moment occurred for you, and it changed you from the Page to the King's energy, you learned to speak for yourself. Now, I'm not saying that you're somebody who's an introvert or who doesn't talk much. No, you know what I'm talking about. What I'm trying to say is that you weren't somebody who was very open and very clear about demanding things for themselves, but that has shifted now. You have learned to call people out on their bullshit. You have learned to say no. That might have also been one of your biggest struggles back then, that you didn't know how to say no to people. You were a yes man. You were always saying yes to people. But now you're like, if I want to do it, I will. If I don't want to do it, I won't do it. And you cannot force me to do it. And this is another thing that you've learned from this relationship, because like I just mentioned, this was somebody who always liked to be in charge. So when you were with them, rarely would you have got an opportunity to do something which you wanted to, or do something out of your free will. The power dynamics in this connection were definitely messed up. They had more power than you did. But now, that's not the case anymore ever since this person has exited from your life. You are now balancing your own energies with black and white over here. You're not always in the King of Swords energy, of course. There is a sense of calmness to you as well. But you definitely aren't somebody whom people can order around anymore, which might have happened a lot in the past, especially with this person, which is why I said this could have been one of those toxic things where you blindly followed them, or even if you didn't want to do the things that they asked you to, you had to comply. Even in sexual matters, they might have forced you to do things which you didn't necessarily enjoy, didn't necessarily like. You just couldn't say no. So in a way, it's good that this connection ended, because this is what has put you on the course towards your victory in life. You will emerge victorious out of this. A lot of you are already past this heartbreak. For some of you, it is still fresh. Regardless, this transformation that has kicked in of your very foundation, the death card to the tower, you're not somebody whom people can mess with. They would know better than to do that now. Like people would think twice about trying to mess with you or asking you to do things which they know you wouldn't like. Once you were out of this connection and this transformation occurred within you, a lot of people might have also been surprised by, the first time you would have said no to someone. They would have been like, what? But wait, she said no? But she never does that. She's always saying yes to whatever we ask her to. I mean, you might have been somebody whom, honestly, your friend circle or your relatives or even your family members, they kind of took you for granted, that we don't even need to ask her or ask him for their opinion because, well, she will oblige or he will oblige anyway. But that's not the case anymore. That is not the case anymore. You, group number 2, are finally and fully in your power. Alright, now let's take a look at your oracle cards. So we have you are good enough and a time to give rather than take. A time to give rather than take what? Orders. You used to take orders earlier. Now it's time that you give them. Left, right and center. Do whatever you want to. Both of these cards are Virgo, so Virgo might be present very strongly in your chart. A lot of you also had self-worth issues, as is indicated with the you are good enough, which makes sense. This might have been the reason why you found it so difficult to say no to people, so difficult to take a stand for yourself, because you thought that nobody would take notice anyway, so what was the point? Like I mentioned with the Ten of Wands, you didn't really see a way out of all that internal struggle that you were going through, where you wanted to express yourself, but you just didn't know how, because you felt that maybe your ideas weren't all that great, people wouldn't actually listen, even if they did, they would just do it half-heartedly and things like that. But now you know what you deserve. You are good enough. That's what Spirit is telling you, group number 2. So don't let anybody tell you otherwise. And this card, again, like I mentioned, sits very well with the King of Swords and the Chariot over here. You are your own boss now. Nobody can order you around anymore. It's quite the opposite, actually. And I don't mean it in a bad way. I'm not saying that you're suddenly somebody who's very bossy and somebody who, doesn't care for other people's opinions. No, you've seen what that feels like. So there's no way in hell you will treat somebody else the same way that you were treated once upon a time. I mean it in a good way, like an authority figure. Somebody whom people would actually listen to because they don't have any other option. They have to listen to you. You will make them listen to you. In your career also, either you have already been promoted or very soon you will be. Your career graph is only going to go up here onwards. So, these are all the messages that I have for you, group number 2. I upload new videos every day. Would highly appreciate if you could check them out. If you like this reading, do give it a thumbs up and let me know down in the comment section below. And if you're new to my channel, please don't forget to subscribe. I'll see you next time. Bye. Hello, group number 3. So for those of you who chose the white stone, let's see, why did you meet the person that's on your mind right now? So from the tarot cards, we have the Moon, Page of Wands, the Sun, King of Swords, 3 of Pentacles, 10 of Cups, 6 of Wands, Ace of Cups, and the Fool. Group number 3, here's the thing. The other two groups, they saw some tough times in their connection, but I mean, of course, this is a general reading, so take what resonates, but for a lot of you, I think you still are in touch with this person, or you both still are in a very good and happy and committed relationship. Or if at the moment you're not, let me tell you that there's a lot of scope that you will be. 10 of Cups, the Sun, Ace of Cups, there definitely is still a lot of love left in this connection, and a very bright future lies ahead for you if, I mean, you do want to give it a shot or not. But I know we're trying to find answers to some other question over here, but this is coming so strongly. I just have to tell you that if this is somebody whom you are not speaking to at the moment, then this connection is not over just yet. All right, coming back to what we were originally asking today, that why did you meet this person? Quick pause. A lot of you might be in a twin flame connection with the moon and the sun, divine feminine, divine masculine. All right. So why did you meet this person, group number 3? You met this person so that you could become more brave, which you weren't earlier. Not saying that you were a coward, but with the moon over there, you were somebody who wasn't very expressive. Now, I wouldn't necessarily call you an introvert, but you were the kind of person whom people legit had to poke a lot to get to the bottom of what it is that you were feeling, whether something was upsetting you or not. You didn't feel very good about yourself. There was a lot of darkness within you. It was almost as if you had two sides to your personality. You could have been one of those punk kids in school. You did not have a lot of friends. But what people did not know is that there was also another side to you, which was totally opposite. Very chirpy, very fun-loving, with the sun over there. But it didn't really come out on the surface that much. That is, till the time you met this person. They are somebody, this person, they might be a Gemini, Libra, Aquarius, or a Taurus, Virgo, Capricorn. Sorry. I don't know why I said Taurus, Virgo, Capricorn. I was trying to say Cancer, Pisces, Scorpio. Anyway. So, this person that's on your mind, they love to talk. They love to talk. And when I say they love to talk, I don't mean they love to talk about themselves. In general, talk about things, talk about you, talk about what it is that interests them and things like that, what is going in their mind. They're very expressive. They're very expressive with the King of Swords to the Ace of Cups. This is somebody who is in absolute control of their emotions. Very, very regulated and good emotions over here. Which is why I'm saying that these cards are so positive. I legit don't see that your person is necessarily a bad guy, you know? I don't. They, in fact, are coming across as somebody who has a lot of love in their heart for you. All right, getting back to the question. Meeting this person, being with them, spending time with them encouraged you to bring out this other more colorful, more jovial, more the happier side of your personality with the sun over there. From somebody who was always living very timid and scared of things and not very expressive and things like that. When you met with this person, they actually got you to open up. They got you to speak. They got you to be very carefree. They got you to express your ideas. You are somebody who's very creative naturally with the Page of Wands over there, but like I said, you just weren't very expressive. You might have been a kid with a sketchbook, but never really sharing those images with anybody because of fear of judgment and whatnot. But this person is somebody who believed in you. And because they believed in you, it in turn taught you to believe in yourself. You have learned a lot of lessons in self-love, group number 3, because of this connection. Lots of lessons in self-love with the Ace of Cups and the Ten of Cups. They might have also encouraged you to collaborate with someone who belongs to the same creative field as you and take things forward. They have basically transformed you from a severe introvert to somebody who now has a very robust personality. You can compare the imagery on the moon over there and then the Six of Wands and the Fool. Actually, just compare the moon and the Fool and you will see what I'm talking about. This is where you started, this is where you are at the moment, and the catalyst has been this person and this connection. You're now more carefree, more expressive, just living your life whichever way you want to, not caring about other people's opinions, not being afraid of anything or anyone, being very, very authentic, being true to yourself. Being true to yourself. That is the biggest lesson that this connection has taught you. To just unapologetically be yourself. And not give a squat about what other people will think. What their opinions might be about you, whether they will judge you or not. People judge. They do. Or should you stop being who you are just because of people talking about you behind your back? No. And this person has taught you that. Because they are, in a lot of sense, just like this as well. This connection has also brought a lot of prosperity and luck into your life, whether you have taken notice of it or not. This connection has brought a lot of happiness in your life. This connection has brought a lot of joy in your life. This connection has set you on the path of victory. Ever since you've met this person, all your projects or your work assignments or in general, the biggest or the smallest things in your life, you've been achieving a lot of victory in all areas, material or immaterial. A lot of you might have also started a creative business with someone because of the encouragement that you got from this person, and you're doing very well in it. If not yet, then this is something that you should definitely think about, and you can do that. If you want to start your own work in collaboration with someone, you can do that, and it will turn out to be very, very prosperous for you. You will guaranteed get a lot of success and victory in it. This person and this connection has also taught you how to take risks. From somebody who was scared to open up, from somebody who was scared to take risks, you're now this robust and bold person who just goes ahead and takes that plunge, not caring about the outcome. You have now become very impulsive, and I mean it in a good way. You don't spend a lot of time unnecessarily thinking. A good idea comes into your head, whether it's about some recreational activity or something else, you just get out of your house and you do it. You just do it, group number 3. You don't think what the consequences will be. Why? Well, simply because it makes you happy. With the Ace of Cups to the Ten of Cups. This person, this connection, group number 3, I am sure is very special for you because it has taught you not just to be true to yourself, but also how to live. In the past, I see you as being somebody who was simply existing. But now, group number 3, you're actually living your bloody life. And that is what this connection and this person has taught you. To live your life to the fullest. Alright. This is so beautiful. Now I'll honestly be very, very surprised if you tell me that you don't like this person or that this connection wasn't good. If you tell me that it's over, that I'll take your word for it. But was it bad? Did it cause you any hurt? I don't think so. I mean, for the most of you at least. it didn't. Then again, it's a general reading. Alright, so from your oracle cards we have balance, spirituality and practicality, and you and your loved ones are safe. You might be a Pisces or a Cancer, group number 3. Regardless, what these two cards are basically saying is that, first of all, this connection has taught you to actually get up and move your ass and do things for yourself. Not relying too much on your luck, but also focusing on your karma. They go hand in hand. Your luck, your destiny, and your karma go hand in hand. If something is destined for you and you think that you'll just sit around on your ass and wait for it to come to you, chances are that it wouldn't, and even if it does, it's going to take centuries too. So this connection has, like I mentioned, in essence, taught you to get up and get going and be practical and do things and not wait for them to magically happen for you. And with the you and your loved ones are safeguard over here, this connection has taught you to open up. In the past, you were timid, you were scared, you didn't feel safe expressing yourself, being your true self, because like I mentioned, for a lot of you, it was because of the fear of being judged. But this connection taught you that it was okay, that it was safe for you to be who you truly are, and that there was nothing wrong with it. Alright, group number 3. So these are all the messages that I have for you. I upload new videos every day. Would be very obliged if you could check them out. If you liked this reading, please give it a thumbs up and let me know down in the comment section below. And if you haven't subscribed to my channel yet, please do that soon. I'll see you next time. Bye.